Hi, this is Advocate Prashant. I welcome you to our channel on law awareness. By means of this video, I just wanted to inform you about the expected time in getting actual refund in your account from the day of filing of the complaint against a builder who has defaulted in giving you possession of your apartment within the time prescribed or time promised by him in the sale agreement. So let us say that the time or the date of possession as per the sale agreement has expired and there has been a considerable delay of say 1 year or 2 years, and now you are deciding to file a complaint case before the real estate regulatory authority with a prayer for refund of your amount. So to start with, let us take the day of filing of the case as day 0. So once you will file your complaint, it will go under evaluation and it may take 1 week to 2 weeks to report about any defects in the complaint or to report about any defects in the documents that you file. Defects would generally mean that the copies that you have filed are ineligible or certain documents may not have been uploaded. Once these defects are cured, then the first date for hearing is given in around 40 days. So on the first date of hearing, it is expected from the builder that it will file the reply to your complaint, and only then the matter can be decided. However, it is generally seen that on the first date, the builders seek extra time for filing the counter or the reply to your complaint. Normally, during these COVID times, the extended time of 2 weeks or 3 weeks or even months are granted to the builder for filing the reply. This is during COVID time, otherwise there are instances where even cost is imposed upon the builder. So 1 month extra time is given, and once the reply comes, then being a diligent litigant, one has to file a replication to that reply, and for that also 1 week or 2 week time is given. After all this, around 4 months or 5 months passes and your final hearing takes place in around 4 to 5 months. I'll say average. It may go up to 6 months or minimum to 4 months. So in 6 months, your final hearing will take place and then the order will be reserved. The practice that in Uttar Pradesh that is followed is that the final order is being uploaded on the website after 2 months. So it takes around average 8 months from the date of filing of the complaint till the order is finally released. So 8 months are these time. Then a 45 days time would be given to the promoter for self compliance of the order. So let us say that refund order has been made in the final order, and then as per the act itself, 45 days would be given for self compliance to the builder. Once 45 days are passed, if the builder complies with that order, then I would definitely say that the allottee has been so lucky and the promoter is top class. But if in case same has not been done, then you will have to file the execution application. Request for execution will have to be made. Now we are in the 10th month. Once execution request will be filed, it will take around average 1 month for the authority to issue the first notice to the builder to comply. However, builders generally don't comply, and then you will have to again make a request after 15 days or 30 days that despite your notice, the builder has not complied with the order. No reminder will come. You will yourself have to go and file the application either physically or through the online mode of the various RERA websites of different states. Then this will again result into, generally when in all this the appeal portion may also come. Generally builders don't prefer filing appeal because if it's in refund order, then under section 43(5) of the RERA Act, they have to deposit the entire amount before the appellate tribunal, and this definitely casts upon them more financial burden, so they abstain from filing and they try to linger on the matter in the execution stage itself. So once you have filed the execution application, notice is issued in 1 month, Again, after 20 days, you will have to file an application that despite your notice, that despite the notice of the RERA authority for execution or for complying with the order, the builder has not complied. You will have to file the application. Again, a notice may be issued. In these COVID times, notices are repeatedly issued, and recovery certificate or the steps under section 40 subsection 1 or subsection 2 are not taken, and only notices are issued. So generally it is seen that after 3-4 issuance of notices for compliance of the order and repeated request by the buyer, if the promoter fails, then in around 8 to 10 months or maybe sometimes in around a year, average time can be said to be 9 months, the recovery citation Vasuli Praman Patra is issued against the promoter. Now we are already 1.5 years ahead from the date of filing of the complaint. Once recovery certificate is issued, then it goes or it reaches the district collector where the promoter's properties are situated in around 1 month from the date of the issuance. Now it is your responsibility to change the post. Earlier you were approaching the RERA authority. Now once the recovery certificate is issued, being an allottee, one has to approach the collector's office so that the appropriate proceedings under the revenue code for recovery of the amount as land revenue may be initiated by the collector. The collector will take 15-20 days or 30 days maybe, because this is a very busy office. That excuse is always there with us. That excuse is always there with them, and they will take another 30 days to send the file to the concerned Tehsildar or the SDM to take the appropriate proceeding under the revenue code. The revenue officer will also first issue the writ of demand. 15 days time would be granted there. If that will be not complied, then a notice will be given to the builder that your certain properties will be attached. Even if then the proceeding or the amount is not given by the builder, then they will ask the builder itself to reveal the bank accounts, immovable property or the movable property. If that is also not given, then it is the responsibility or the obligation of the revenue officials and of the allottee to find out the properties of the promoter, to find out the immovable and movable properties, to find out the bank accounts, etc. of the promoter, and then try to attach them. All this exercise may take 5 months or 6 months. So we are already past 2 years from the date of the filing of the complaint, and even if you have submitted the list of the properties, immovable, movable, and the bank accounts or the locker details of the promoter, even if still the revenue officials are not doing anything, then you may have to approach the Honorable High Court for a writ of mandamus. That may take another 1 month. The Honorable High Court at this stage will generally issue a mandamus to be complied within 3 months or as expeditiously as possible. It depends upon the honorable judges also, that what kind of relief they want to give, because issuance of a writ is a very discretionary power with the judges of the Honorable High Court. So let us say that in the best condition, a 3-month time has been given to the collector to enforce the recovery citation. Then you will have to definitely wait for 3 months. After giving the application, reminder application may also be given. It will be very one will be very lucky if the promoter complies the order during this stage. If they do not comply, or if the collector or the deputy collector or the revenue officials are not taking enough or sufficient measures under the law to enforce the recovery citation within the time given by the Honorable High Court, then you may or the allottee may have to again approach the Honorable High Court in contempt jurisdiction. In contempt jurisdiction also, if the promoter would be a little law abiding, then at that stage maybe the payment would be made. Or if the promoter would be hardcore litigant, like many promoters have become these days, they may also file a review or a recall application against the order that was made in the writ petition, and after filing that application they may file a application before the contempt court that we have requested the honorable court for the recall of the order because that was passed ex parte. So we are already in the 30th month. However, in contempt jurisdiction, the honorable court, depending upon the facts and circumstances, may direct the promoter at that stage to deposit the money, or else contempt proceeding will continue against the collector and the promoter. This will all depend upon the pleadings that you had made in the writ petition and in the contempt petition, that how and what steps or what path the contempt proceedings will take. So this is around, we are already into 32nd or 33rd month when the contempt notice and the filing or the final argument stage will be reached, and this is all given under the normal circumstances, and this does not include the COVID situation. So it cannot be denied that it takes anything less than 3 years to actually get refund from a promoter. The law has been made in the favor of the allottee with an objective to do welfare of the allottee. However, the execution of this law of the RERA Act has been so poor so far, and this is all I can say because of the non-implementation of the provisions of the RERA Act in its truest sense, because there are certain very mandatory sections, but those have been tweaked by the RERA without jurisdiction. The RERA's various real estate regulatory authorities have put in words which did not exist, like the refund order. The word used is shall. If the promoter has failed to deliver the unit as per the terms and condition or within the time prescribed, then at the request of the allottee, the promoter shall refund the amount. That is the word shall has been used. But still, RERA authorities took a different view, and by wrongly invoking another function or duty of the RERA authority of to promote the real estate in the state, they have taken this approach, but that is wrong. The second wrong approach that the real estate regulatory authorities are taking is that if the order of refund or payment of money or delayed charges are not complied, then the RERA authorities are outrightly issuing the recovery citations, whereas they have been conferred with the power of civil court for execution of the order, and they themselves have the power to execute such recovery certificate or citations as per order 21 given under the Code of Civil Procedure. But the intent with which the law was made, the RERA Act was made, that an allottee, his rights would be preserved and there would be a single point solution, or there would be a single authority to regulate and assure the welfare of the allottee. But the practice that is being followed by the RERA, implemented by the RERA, is contrary to the objective of the Act. Firstly, they entertain your complaint, but when it comes to execution, they ask you to go to another post, making you run from pillar to post and sending you to the collector office. This does not happen with any other court. All the courts, all the authorities, they themselves have the power to implement their order, and the same has been done with the RERA authority as well. But I don't know or can't say that why the authorities have not exercised this right and just issue recovery certificate and send allottees to the collector. There would be certain judgments that would be coming in future where all these issues would arise, crop up, and decisions would be given by the Honorable High Court. But till then, the allottees are suffering. It would be in the interest of the allottees that if they can come in groups, form their allottees association, and take the fight with respect to the implementation of RERA in its truest sense by approaching Honorable High Courts by means of writ petition. This is all that I wanted to convey by means of this video. Thank you so much.